Ever get that, like, nagging discomfort? Down there, lower abdomen, pelvis, groin. Yeah, not fun.
Right.
A lot of guys deal with that, and it's no joke. We've been digging into some fascinating stuff about acupressure, specifically for prostatitis, and how it might be able to help.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, so let's unpack this, shall we? What exactly are we talking about when we say prostatitis?
So, in the simplest terms, prostatitis is just inflammation of the prostate gland.
Okay, so when guys are feeling that discomfort, that's what's going on. Inflammation.
Exactly. And that inflammation can lead to all sorts of fun stuff like pain, burning when you pee. You get the picture.
Yeah, not a party. And it seems like the approach with acupressure is to go beyond just masking those symptoms.
Absolutely. Traditional Chinese medicine, PCM, looks at those symptoms as basically smoke signals. There's a deeper imbalance happening in the body.
I like that smoke signals. So what's causing the fire, so to speak?
Well, TCM talks about things like damp heat, chi stagnation, and blood stasis. Now, damp heat might sound a little odd, but basically it's like congestion, but in your body's systems leading to inflammation.
Ah, so it's like things are getting clogged up, not flowing properly.
Exactly. And then you've got chi, which is your vital energy, and blood. They need to flow freely for your body to function properly. When they get stagnant, that's when you start having problems.
Okay, so it all comes back to restoring that natural flow. That makes a lot of sense. How does acupressure actually work to do that?
So in acupressure, we're working with these specific points along what we call meridians. Think of meridians as these channels where your ki flows through the body.
Like rivers of energy.
I like that. And each of these acupressure points has a specific action on that flow. Some strengthen it, some move it, some cool it down. It all depends on what's needed.
It's like giving your body's energy system a tune-up.
Right. You got it. And the material here mentions a whole bunch of points that might be helpful for prostatitis. Yeah.
It does, it does. Let's break it down. Where do we even start?
Well, a good place to begin is with KI3, or Teixi. It's located between that bony bump on the inside of your ankle, that's your medial malleolus, by the way, and your Achilles tendon.
Okay, so KI3, that's the one by the ankle. What's the significance of that spot?
KI3 is all about strengthening the kidneys. Now, when I say kidneys, I'm not just talking about the physical organ. In TCM, the kidneys are also linked to your lower back urinary function, even reproductive health.
Interesting. So it's a much broader perspective than just thinking about the kidneys filtering your blood.
Exactly. So stimulating KI3 can be really helpful for addressing those root imbalances we were talking about, the ones that can contribute to prostatitis.
So it's like jumpstarting your kidney energy to get things flowing properly again.
Precisely.
Gotcha. Now, there was another point mentioned in the material, SP10, I think.
Ah, yes. SP10, or Zuhai. It's on the inner thigh, about 2 to 3 finger widths above the top inside edge of your kneecap.
Okay, inner thigh. And what's special about SP10?
This point is fantastic for invigorating blood circulation and clearing heat. So in terms of prostatitis, that translates to less pain and inflammation.
Music to my ears. Less pain, less inflammation. Sign me up. So we've got KI3 for the kidneys and SP10 for circulation and inflammation. What else?
Well, there's a cluster of points around the sacrum that are really powerful for this too. The sacrum is that flat bone at the base of your spine, just above your tailbone.
Okay, got it. So we're moving to the lower back area.
Right. We've got BL29, BL31, and BL38 all hanging out back there. BL29, also known as Zonglushu, is about 1.5 inches out from the spine at the level of your sacrum. BL31, or Shengliao, is right next door. And then BL38, or Fuxi, is a bit lower on the back of the thigh, just below your glutes.
Wow, so many points all in that one area. Are they all doing different things or do they work together?
They work synergistically, like a team. They all help relieve lower back pain, pelvic pain, and urinary issues.
Which are all the things you definitely don't want when you have prostatitis.
Exactly. It's all about targeting those specific areas where the discomfort is often felt.
So smart. And is there one more point in that area or are we done with the lower back?
One more. BL40, or Weishong, is the last one. It's right in the center of the back of your knee. This one is a real multitasker.
I love a good multitasker. What did BL40 do?
Well, like the other points in this area, it's great for clearing heat and easing pain in the lower back and pelvis, but it also helps to calm things down, promotes relaxation, and improves blood flow in the area.
Amazing. Okay, so we've covered points on the lower legs, the inner thighs, the lower back. Anything we can do about that discomfort in the abdomen?
We've got you covered. Let's move to the front of the body. CB3 and CB4 are the power couple of the abdominal points for this.
Oh, I love a good power couple. Tell me more.
So CD3, also known as Zhangji, is on your midline, about 4 finger widths below your belly button. This point is like a battery charger for your bladder.
The bladder. Interesting. And CV4.
CD4, or guanyuan, is just below CV3, about 3 finger widths below the belly button. This one is a 2-for-1 deal. It strengthens the kidneys and regulates what we call in TCM the lower burner.
The lower burner. That sounds intense.
Think of it as the energetic center of your lower abdomen, where a lot of these imbalances we've been talking about tend to hang out.
Gotcha. So CV4 is like the peacekeeper
Yeah.
for your lower abdomen, keeping everything running smoothly.
Exactly.
This is amazing stuff. And, it's not just some random folk remedy. This information comes from the teachings of Eric Duchesne, who really knows his stuff when it comes to TCM.
He's definitely an expert.
So it seems like acupressure is really about tapping into the body's innate ability to heal itself.
It is. By stimulating these specific points, we're gently nudging the body back into a state of balance and harmony.
Which is always the goal. So if someone's listening to this and thinking, hey, this acupressure thing sounds promising, what should they do?
I'd say that's great. It is really promising information. And we've seen how specific points can help address those imbalances in the body that contribute to prostatitis. But it's important to remember that everyone is different. What works wonders for one person might not be the best approach for another. So if you're considering trying acupressure, it's always best to connect with a qualified TCM practitioner.
They can help you figure out a personalized plan.
Exactly.
That is fantastic advice. And it actually sparks one final thought for me. We've been talking a lot about qi and blood flow and how crucial they are for prostate health. But those principles, those ideas of keeping things flowing freely and in balance, they don't just apply to one part of your body, right? So I want to leave you with this. What other areas of your life, your well-being, could be positively impacted by improving your qi and blood circulation? It's something to think about.